Sarabjit, she as well is online. How do the numbers stack up according to your polls, and what is your first take on Lupin's performance?
First, she looks lower than my expectations on all fronts. So I think that's my take, and need to look into detail as to why is it so. Margin front, it's more or less in line, but top line and bottom line is lower than my expectations.
Ranjit, the story about Lupin, or for that matter the entire pharmaceutical space right now, is not about the earnings which have come in the quarter previously, because you know what you also had coupled with it was the heavy US FDA clampdown in most of these pharma majors, and especially in Lupin's case post the recent EIR, the stock has seen a massive recovery, and this is one of the top calls for most experts as we speak for the entire year ahead. What to your mind should investors who are looking to buy Lupin stock or who already have Lupin should do now? What would be your 12-month price target in Lupin and your rationale behind it?
For Lupin, our price target is 1,810, and we are quite bullish on the stock. We are currently buy rating, and the main thing is that the US market after the Trump's visit, after the Trump's victory, the market is pharma market will be positively have positive sentiments, and especially the generic companies, Indian generic companies, who are supplying almost 40% of the requirement of the US market, they will benefit from it.
Okay, let's also get in Meeta Shetty, research analyst at Kotak, with some more analysis on the numbers. And Meeta, at least from the ET Now poll standpoint, these numbers are a miss on all fronts. What do you think led to an operational disappointment this time around? Would you largely attribute it to the price erosion and the competition factor, particularly for G-Fortimed due to Mylan?
See, frankly, it shouldn't be logically because of Mylan, because Mylan market share still stands at a very minuscule level at less than 1%. And as far as the reports say, the market reports are indicating that there hasn't been any price erosion as well. So you know, definitely this is not something that should have happened because of that. But if it is the case, then we will see further downward trend on the US revenues, because once the market share picks up, then you will see even lower numbers from what we are looking at this time.
As far as the EIR is concerned, because now their Goa plant is concerned, what's the outlook you share? Because you've seen the numbers now. Financially, it's nothing great that has come in. But how big of a fillip can this EIR provide for Lupin going ahead?
Yes, we have about 30 odd ANDAs coming from this plant, and you know, since March onward, we haven't seen any approvals coming in from this plant. So definitely there will be some uptick there. And there are a host of approvals that we've been expecting, which Lupin, might get in. So there's Renvela, Renagal, Velcol, all these are queued up for, launches in the next course of a few months to a few quarters. So definitely on that front, definitely we are quite positive, and we believe that, that will play out in the ensuing quarters.
Okay, Ranjit, this question is for you. What do you make of the incremental competition that Lupin will get on Fortimet as well as Glumetza? Do you think that third quarter financials could probably be also hit because of this?
I think it will be hit to a small extent, because already the competition are already set in, and now the prices have stabilized in the US market, and that will give some stability for the company in the US market or the price.
And Sarabjit, which are the products that you're looking at now, so that probably Lupin can go ahead with better prospects into the next year?
I think more than product, I think as you rightly said, US has been a dark area for Lupin this year. Domestic has been bad for most of the companies. I guess next year with Goa plant, and I guess momentum towards growth should start building up for the next year on a base effect also. So I guess on a very normalized basis also, the company should be able to deliver good set of numbers by next year, I guess.
Okay, Meeta, Sarabjit, Ranjit, thank all three of you for analyzing Lupin's earnings. And like you know, Darshan as well has been highlighting, I think the story for Lupin is now after the quarter gone by, for which you're seeing earnings actually flash on your screens, because Lupin is a resounding buy nonetheless, and a much higher 12-month price target than what the stock is currently quoting at 15.29, especially after the EIR that they got just last week. Lupin currently holding up by about 1.5%. In fact, pharmaceuticals have really been the story.